I use Argos on a daily basis to complete a lot of my functions and responsibilities because I have limited resources. We are a small office. It's me and my assessment coordinator. So there's only two of us and his primary role is assessment. So all the data stuff falls on my shoulder. So we've automated a lot of reports. If it's internal ad hoc reports, these reports are pushed out across campus and those individuals are able to run those reports themselves in real time. It's also locked down by different security groups. So if they're in charge of different student groups on campus, their supervisors can access these types of things. We also run reports for NCAA compliance and iPads, and it's gotten to the point where we've been able to automate most of it based off of information from our student information system. We do a lot of email blasts from my office and we schedule all of those so it looks like I'm sending out an email to the entire university or I'm sending it out on behalf of the provost's office. So the feedback process is pretty live. I don't have to keep meeting with them. They would just tell me over the phone or through email what needs to be changed or a field needs to be added or maybe this button would look better over here, and then I can make the change on my computer on my end and then save it and they would be able to run it again. It's empowered them really to focus on the students and to make those decisions as opposed to having to worry about explaining to a data analyst what they need each and every single time, how they need it, and then once they get that information, it's stale already. So it's really helped us be more efficient and effective, and those that are student facing are able to serve our students. Before Argos, I would get a lot of emails about ad hoc reports, but at the same time, I'd have to put it on a checklist of, I'll get to it while, because iPads is more important or NCAA is more important because I have that deadline coming up. So I would have to put them aside. And eventually after we acquired Argos, I just had to spend a day or two automating, creating the reports as a data block designer and then testing it out, training the individual how to run it on their computer, and then they were able to do that on their own and not email me anymore. So it's definitely reduced the amount of requests that I get because they're able to pull the information in real time themselves. It's really helped us equip our faculty and staff, especially our staff and student affairs, because they now have access to information that's in real time. They're used to just spreadsheets and they used to just carry spreadsheets around. For me, I would panic about that because it's like could be a FERPA violation. So that would be a big issue with me about spreadsheets being left out or just spreadsheets being old. As a data block designer, I don't have a programming background. I have a statistics background. So being a data block designer and learning how to do it was pretty simple because of the different views that you have. So I don't use the SQL view, I use the data design view, and it's really helped me actually visualize, because I'm more of a visual person, how the tables are linked, what the relationships look like, and at the end of the day, what the forms should look like too for the end user. We've gotten to the point where we even create charts and graphs, and they can drill down from the charts and graphs and look at different information about who's graduated or who's not returning or who's returning, just so they can focus on those students for different types of interventions. So the feedback overall has been really positive. Something else to add about the benefits of Argos is that we have used Argos for a lot of discrepancy reports. So we've built reports for different departments to show that some data fields aren't matching up or there's missing data. So that's really helped to clean up the data, because that's what I did when I first started. I had to do a lot of data cleanup, and that's not my role or responsibility, or that's not what I went to school for, to clean data. So we automated a lot of reports that would send an email out whenever there's a discrepancy, which lists where the discrepancy is in our SIS and what they need to change it to in order for them not to get that report. And it's funny about that report will keep sending until they correct that issue. So it's really helped us clean up our missing data, but also clean up data that's not accurate.